Privyet, Tovarishi, and welcome to a game that I've been very excited to play for you guys for years now, and that is Kenshi. Ever since I played this game, it must have been at least 2 years ago at this point, I've thought, God, it would make such a great video series. So I'm so excited to be able to finally make one for you guys today. So you might be asking yourself, what the heck is Kenshi? And if you've played it, I'm hoping you're really excited to see a run for this game. But trying to explain Kenshi is extraordinarily difficult. It's unlike any game I've personally ever played before, and I haven't played anything quite like it since. It plays like a mixture of a real-time strategy game, but also an RPG, and can kind of be played as a variety of different games and different game types. And it's set within this post-apocalyptic world that is filled with vicious tribal societies and horrific creatures that want to eat you alive. So it's a wonderful place to get to know. And today I intend to be playing this game more akin to an RTS rather than an RPG. One of the reasons I'm doing that today is because I've actually never quite played this game like a sort of an RTS city builder, so I'm very excited to actually bring one to you guys in the form of a video. But today, the start we're going to choose is, I believe, yes, the Nobodies. So we're going to begin as these guys to start with, a group of people that I'm going to start with. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I've just played so many playthroughs as just one person that I'm tired of it. I'm sorry. I don't want to do it again. Please don't make me do it again. So what are we going to do for our run? Well, what I have got in store for you today is a story I've kind of had rattling around in my brain for quite some time, and it centers around my favorite race in Kenshi, and that is the Hivers. And I don't know what it is, but there's just something about these bodacious bug-eyed bastards that I've just fallen in love with. So I know it doesn't make much sense in terms of the Kenshi lore, but Temujin is going to be a soldier drone. He's going to be the leader. Even though he's actually a soldier drone, he is somehow much more capable than any other soldier drone who has come before him. So in case you don't know, the Hiver come in 3 distinct subspecies. That is the Prince, who are kind of the royalty and upper caste, the heads of the Hiver society, and they come with various bonuses. They have lower hit points, but in exchange they gain bonuses in lock-picking, perception, toughness, dexterity, athletics, stealth, theory, first aid, science. However, like I said, he is not going to be a prince. He is going to be the soldier drone, which are obviously the fighter caste of Hiver, and then there is a worker drone, which is the obvious labor caste of the society. So anyway, let's create a very fearsome looking Hiver drone here. So what is going to be his idle stance? He's got to look imposing. We'll go with that for now. Obviously he's going to be tall. He's going to be thick, a thick boy. Yeah, high shoulders. Yeah, he's going to be, obviously he's got to be a big boy. His hands. Oh my god. But that's not until you've seen some of the other guys I've got in store for you gentlemen. Okay, he's gonna have a giant head. I don't want to have him to have an unnaturally long neck. That's actually kind of weird. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe I don't like his stance that much. I don't like that one either. Standing at attention. Actually, you know what? I will have him cross his arms. He'll cross his arms. I'm going to change the other character that I have crossing their arms. So here we go. Here's Temujin, the great Hiver Khan, obviously looking very distinguished, very fearsome, and ready to take on the world. And at his side, he has his trusty sidekick, Jester, his Hiver Prince, his brains of the operation, as you can see. As a sort of soldier drone, he gets super nice bonuses. He's got lots of HP, plus 20% toughness and attack. And supporting his tribe, he has Skip, his first Hiver worker drone, who happens to be very tall and gangly looking. Obviously, this is why he was exiled. And then his second worker drone, Zip, who was exiled for the exact opposite reason, for being too short and stout looking. And then lastly, his Hiver drone, which, actually not his Hiver drone, what am I saying? His skeleton drone, who will stand at attention. His loyal skeleton drone, who he found in the desert. Genuskun was just looking for some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a teacher or some sort of senior, experienced person to impart knowledge onto him. I'm not sure exactly the word I'm looking for, but long story short, he was looking for that sort of role and found it within Temujin in their travels. So these 5 characters make up the core of our tribe, and from them we shall rebuild ourselves to greatness. So without further ado, I think it is time to jump into the game. Watch it fucking crash. Alright, well, welcome to the start of our Kenshi story. So looking at this map, it's not a good place, I think. Personally, because I don't know that much about this area. As you can tell, I do have some mods for the game. I believe this is a mod. This map kind of spruces it up a little bit. In any case, I believe we're in kind of like a raider area, and not a good place at all. If I am going to try and get anywhere, I think I'm going to try and head north. There's a faction here called the United Cities, I believe. They aren't like the Holy Nation where they'll attack Hivers on sight. I'm not sure what they do to skeletons. I think they like skeletons. I'm hoping they like skeletons. But either way, that is going to be our main goal right now. I'm going to try and head north because I need to find some place where I need to find a city. I need a city where I can establish myself, and from there we can start to get some money, we can get better gear, we can actually start going places. Because right now, I have no idea what the hell this place is. This is a rough area. And like I said, I'm hoping to go north as far as I can. Or am I going north right now? No, I am not. Okay. This is north. So what do we have in our inventory? It looks like pretty much nothing. So we're gonna have to find some place that we can get food, which is why, like I said, I want to get to a city. The Outlands. I'm not familiar with this territory at all. The territory I'm most familiar with is everything over here, sort of the central western part of the map, the swamp, the spider plains up here in the foglands. Survivors who've journeyed through here are hard to come by. People don't tend to come back alive. Who says that? Oh, Temujin. Well, thanks, man. They find skinless corpses in the pits. They say there's mist ghouls that flay and eat you alive. Lovely. Mist ghouls don't exist. How do you know? Oh, damn. I knew a guy who knew another guy that knew this woman. This place is way too sad. Oh my god, what is going on here? Second uncle. Whose second uncle saw once while he was selling cactus rum outside Crabtown. What the hell are you talking about? Yes, what the hell are you talking about? Indeed. Who are these guys? Escaped slaves. But what are they running from? So, skeletons, these robots, they're capable of feeling human emotion. I believe. I have no idea what this guy's talking about anymore. Look at Zip go, man. Look at those little legs. Everyone else, like their legs move unnaturally slowly while his move unnaturally quickly. Discovered. Black Scratch? Oh my god, we have a city! Huh, well let's go check it out. I'm not familiar with this city, so... Oh, we have people here. You always want to be careful in this game. Reaver slave, hungry. They may attack us. Oh my god, another horrific, some horrific battle going on over here. Glass pirate versus Reaver blooded. Reaver slaves. Oh, vagrants. Vagrants, Reavers, it's like a whole mess going on over there. Just can we bypass it all? If it may be worth the risk to try and scavenge some of these corpses for better gear, for things we can sell for food, all that good stuff. Oh crap, never mind, these guys will attack us, so let's get away. Let's just head to the city and see and hope that they won't kill us on sight. I can see it in the distance, but over time, so the way you boost up your character's stats in this game is basically through doing things that you would think would boost their stats. So by running, you're going to boost your athletic stats by lifting heavy things. You're going to boost your strength stats. And I do have some mods because dexterity is very difficult for whatever reason to boost. So I have a mod that gives you like a dexterity device that you can build. Basically, it makes life a lot easier. A horrific battle going on over here. But let's see if we can once again sneak by them. Looks like everybody's keeping up now, which is great. Trying to run. I hope he's not talking to me. I don't think he is. Once we reach the city, things will get a lot, they'll get a lot easier. I'm hoping at least, provided this is a city which won't kill us on sight. It looks like he does gain athletics through running, even though he's a robot. I've never really had a skeleton character before, so I'm kind of interested to see how things work out with him. Here we are. Okay. Can we see who runs this city? Paste, Tech Hunters. Another faction I'm not familiar with. Well, let's go say hello. Please don't kill us. Please don't kill us. And they just let us in. Oh, this is great. Great news for us. Okay. Now we can sit. We can take a breather. We can assess what we have and if this is actually going to be a good place for us to settle in the intermediate term. So what the overarching plan here for me is going to be is to find a city where I can settle, where I might be able to buy a house. I have $0, so we're gonna have to scrounge up some money before we can buy a house. We can buy a shack. I like to actually buy a house because I'm gonna be doing more than just doing a research bench in there. I'm actually going to have an area where I'm gonna manufacture weapons and armor, mainly to sell them and gain even more money, so we could boost up the gear and technology of our tribe. So it looks like in this town, they do have plenty of shops. They do have plenty of places where we can buy and sell things. The only places they have available for sale, though, are these areas, and they're pretty expensive. I would definitely want to buy this bigger house for us. But whether we buy it or not really depends on one factor for me, and that is there a mining node nearby? Because if there's not a mining node nearby that's relatively safe, there's going to be no point for me to settle down. And hunger is starting to affect us, everyone except for Genis-kun, thankfully. So now we need to start asking ourselves, how are we going to make money and get the ball rolling here? So I'm happy to see we have a spot here. We have a spot, an oasis that we can take refuge in and not worry about being killed or enslaved, at least for a little bit. So when it comes to making money and upgrading our status from basically 0, the plan I have, or I can see basically 2 ways that we can go. We can either go out and try and scavenge things and look for a nearby mining node. That would be ideal, I think. And if that doesn't work out, the next option is to try and start stealing things and then reselling them. I kind of want to leave... Actually, I'm going to leave Janice-kun at home. Or not at home, in the city. And the main reason for that being is that he doesn't need food, and I don't have repair kits. At least I'm assuming nobody has a repair kit. Yes. And I don't have money either. So if he gets injured, I can't repair him currently. So I am just going to have to leave him in the city. Beautiful. Okay. Raw iron. Okay, this is good. I'm not sure if it's as good as copper, but we'll take it for now. What we're going to do with this iron is we're going to take it and we're going to sell it and hopefully get some food and maybe a repair kit. So this is unfortunately how we're going to have to start off. We're going to have to start off as miners, selling what we have. However, there are some advantages to this. So as we fill up our various characters' bags with rocks, they will obviously start to get heavier and heavier. And as our characters run around with these heavy rocks in their backpacks, their strength stats will increase. So we kind of get at least a nice little added benefit here of getting money, or at least something that will have money in it. We can sell for a little bit of money, more rather, and also increasing the strength of our characters. And then when the morning comes, we'll take what we have and sell it and hopefully get our people fed. Oh shit, look at that. There's an even closer iron resource. I can't believe I missed that in my first go through. Well, I guess that settles it. I guess this is about as good as things are gonna be for us at the start of the game. So look at that. We've made $312. Alright, well, we've made our first sum of money. Made about $2,000 there, which is a great start. So let's go find us some food. Let's go into the bar, see if... maybe a meat wrap. Oh shit, he's asking a lot for them, so only one meat wrap. Well, our people have eaten. And we still have a little bit of money left. So unfortunately, that's going to be our life now. At least with this being so close, I guess Janice can help. I mean, we've found a really good spot here, I think. Honestly, we really stumbled into a hidden gem. Well, maybe it's not that hidden. But either way, it's a great gem for us. And just mining here, it's perfect, it's easy. These guards can easily take care of anyone who attacks us. And sooner or later, we're going to have enough money to buy our house. Really, I got nothing. I'm just going to keep continuing to make money and sell what I have. And eventually, I can come back once we've accumulated enough money to buy something worthwhile. So we made a decent amount of money, and I have decided that rather than wait to save up enough money to buy the house, I'm actually just going to buy the shack right now instead. I will eventually get to buying the house beside it, but in the meantime, I need the shack, and I'm hoping to use it to increase my profits in the short term. So right now, nothing has been going on. Basically, just continuing to mine. The mining operation is going well and without issue. Honestly, we haven't even been attacked at all. So now that we have this, we can start building a couple different things in here. We can put in a small research bench. Okay, well, I'll just let him do his thing. Yeah, I know Jester's not the best for... Okay. Honestly, I'm going to have him go and research, and Temujin is going to go back to mining. Because I think Jester, as a prince, he has some sort of bonus in research. And of course, that's right, I need books before I can do anything. But right, ooh, that's what we need. We need them iron plates. Yeah, I need an artifact. What does it need? 1 book. Easy. Easy to obtain. Especially because we've got a wonderful bookshop right here. So, as sort of mentioned just now, in order to do research, you need these artifacts. And one of the artifacts you need is a book. And very cheap, very easy to procure, considering we're right here. Grab a couple of those, and we'll be on our way. So as you can see, things are finally starting to gain some momentum here. I know, this time I've been blabbering on. Zip's got a full backpack. Now, with the important research done, now it's time to see if I can actually build what I need to build inside this tiny shack. I'm a little worried about the space constraints, but let's see. So, my big question is, and the one thing I can't remember is, before I build, okay, I wonder if that's gonna blow everything up. We'll see. I forgot Zip had a full stack to trade. I don't know if I should have him constructing. I think he might have a debuff in construction. It is unfortunately iron plates that I need, but that's okay. I can still buy them. We're already starting to micromanage a lot here. So even though we can't take the ore that we mine directly and use it to smith weapons, it'll still be worth it in the end. As what will happen is we will have someone who is continually buying iron plates, and then of course smithing them into weapons, and their smithing skill will get better and better and better until they get to the point where they are exceptionally skilled at smithing, and will create some very, very nice weapons which will sell for a pretty penny. So hopefully it'll all work out in the end. And honestly, this is just the next step into buying this beautiful, I guess, Y-shaped house. Yeah, this beautiful Y-shaped house, and continuing to develop our tribe. Alright, we're back, everybody, and my apologies if I sound a little bit sick. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather recently, and it's had to push this video back. But now I can finally put a nice end cap on everything for you guys. So it's been about 5 days since we last convened, and in those 5 days, all I've been doing is the same thing that we've been doing before. Just making money via iron mining, via weapon scavenging and selling, and of course via weapon smithing. But in that time, we've had the opportunity to kind of round out some of our characters and really delve into what they're going to be and how they're going to operate and what they're going to specialize in. So let's start off with our good roly-poly friend Zip here. Zip, sorry, excuse me. Zip, like everybody, has scavenged armor from our raiders, and I've decided to make Zip our saber specialist. Next to him is Skip. And I just love that I have him sitting, because when I move him, he just kind of unfurls like some sort of horrific daddy long legs. But anyway, of course, Zip is going to be our katana and sword specialist. I think it suits him very well. Jennis-kun, I just love him standing at attention, is going to be unarmed. He is going to be a robot martial artist. That's why he's got this creepy looking trench coat on, because it boosts his martial arts stats by +6. So he is going to learn the way of the fist, the way of tranquility, and Zen. But unfortunately, he can't wear a shirt, which has held him back a little bit, because there are some of these guys that have martial arts bindings, which can further upgrade his martial arts stats. But for some reason, skeletons can't wear shirts. I don't know why. Moving on to Jester. Jester doesn't have any weapons right now, because I guess he has this one. I'm gonna sell it. It's scrap to sell. But anyway, Jester has just been kind of course, doing his weapon smithing. He is going to be our indoor character, the guy that takes care of things back at the home base, going to be doing the research, going to be doing the smithing, but when I have the opportunity, I'm going to either scavenge or find him a nice bow, and he'll be our ranged specialist. Lastly, we have our main man Temujin, who in his stolen Reaver armor now looks like a refrigerator crossed with a hammerhead shark, who is currently sporting another saber, but that's not what he'll have in the future. I'm hoping to find him a good two-handed cleave weapon so he can just come in there and do terrifying area of effect damage to all of his opponents. This guy needs to look the part, so he needs to have a strong, terrifying weapon to also help him play the part. So with that all being said, we now have enough, not credits, cats is what they're called. I looked it up because I had forgotten what they were called. We have accumulated enough cats to finally purchase our Y-shaped house. And what the side, you can see all this activity going on. There's some sort of siege or attack happening against the town right now, but as usual, the tech hunters have it under control. So I'll just leave it to them. They'll just continue to wander around aimlessly. And we'll walk right in. And bada bing, bada boom, it's ours. We finally have a lair. We have a base with which we can use to really build up our characters and actually get to the next level of this game. So what we're going to do to wrap this up is finish off with rebuilding our research bench. I don't know if it should be right by the door. Let's just put it right here. I was hoping to also place a couple training apparatuses down before we call it a day. I need a couple more building materials. Hopefully I can get those before they close up shop. Well, I really screwed myself there. Yeah, unfortunately, we're running out of daylight here, which means we're running out of shop time to get everything we need to get done. So one of the things I've done off screen is build a little sleeping bag here, and that is to ensure that our people can heal, because when your characters are sleeping, they heal significantly faster. And we've had the unfortunate circumstance of taking a couple bad hits and a few scrapes. So some of our characters have had to spend some time sleeping it off. Fortunately, no one's taken any permanent damage or anything like that. Come on, please don't close. Oh, I already have some books, but I'm going to need some more. So one thing I think I forgot to show you guys is that you can stack jobs up in this game very easily. You just hold shift and then you click on whatever it is that you want. So if I hold shift for Jester here, he'll queue up a job operating weaponsmith, and then he'll just do his thing. And then if I hit shift over here on this weapon crate, he'll begin to take whatever he completes over to the weapons crate once he's done, so he doesn't end up overfilling his inventory and then not being able to produce any more weapons. Before you go, you're actually going to be doing research. Well, we'll just build a simple training dummy for now. So I've got the training dummies researched, and as I just showed you here, we have the roof as well that we can build on top of. So I'm going to put a training dummy up here. Needs the 4 iron plates. What are you doing, Janice? And that's it. We have our first training dummy. And as you can see, we can get Janice up here. He is, right now I believe I'm going to get a good camera angle here. Just karate chopping the shit out of that dummy. But I believe he's increasing his melee attack. Yes, attack. So now that pretty much brings us to the end of the first part of this video, because what we're going to do from here is basically, it's going to be a training montage. We're going to be building up all these training implements and making sure our characters can actually face the challenges that are going to be ahead. And that's going to take a little bit of time, But if you don't do that, because the way Kenshi is structured, you start this game as nobody, with no stats, nothing. So, because of that, you have to spend a long time building your characters up to actually be capable in the world. And that's one of the things about Kenshi, right? It's a balance between, it sort of fluctuates between complete moments of being terrifying and petrifying and also exhilarating, and then moments of complete and total tedium. And there's not a lot of middle ground with the game, but that's one of the things, I guess, that makes it so great. Unfortunately, at the start of the game, you have a little bit more of that tedium part, and if there is that terrifying part, it doesn't last long because you get wiped out pretty quickly. Any case, let me thank you guys for watching. This has been Dacomrade, and I hope you've enjoyed this inaugural part of Temujin's journey. The Hiver Khan shall rebuild his tribe and once again reclaim the mantle of greatness. And I hope you'll join us next time when we have the opportunity to actually build some of these characters into the greatness I'm hoping they can all achieve. And until that time, you guys take care.